Hello, fellow sapient sapphires. Welcome to this reading. As always, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I feel like someone has had a tower moment recently, and that this is something that's not only precipitated the idea that you need to probably have some better boundaries for yourself. Sorry, I'm stuttering again. But it seems like there is success on the other side of this tower. Mount Doom is coming down, and yet we have the Six of Wands. We have our celebration card. This is feeling very much like Lord of the Rings already. I wonder if this is going to be another story time. Okay. Well, okay, so we do have a Mount Doom with a celebratory type of thing at the end of it. In some way, justice was served in this situation. I don't know if, like in The Lord of the Rings, sorry, I'm a cinephile. I might keep bringing this back to The Lord of the Rings since I'm using my Lord of the Rings deck. But just like with Sauron, justice eventually did come his way. He didn't get his way in the situation. There's some sort of kind of an ick energy that was laid to rest because it didn't suit you, but it seems like the universe also kind of rejected whatever this kind of negative energy is. And I don't mean negative in the sense that it's maybe what someone would perceive as a negative emotion. A lot of the times we do put positive and negative labels on human emotions, but they're all human emotions. We all feel them. We all feel happiness. We all feel sadness. And for that matter, there's always a flip side to every coin. So, like, taking one of the most obvious examples, you often hear the phrase, there's a fine line between bravery and stupidity. It's kind of like that. We assign these labels of negativity onto things that might actually be very human and might just be things that we all have to go through, even though they do cause a very uncomfortable feeling within us. And speaking of that, I definitely feel kind of a very unsettled energy. It seems like through this tower and the following celebration, after justice has been served, someone was finally able to embody. This is the Queen of Pentacles, but it's the Queen of Rings in this deck. Someone was finally able to kind of embody that I'm rooted, I'm standing firm, these are my boundaries, these will not waver. I'm not changing this. This is what I believe, whatever it may be. I'm not going to go any further than that. I don't feel like I'm supposed to. From that Queen of Rings energy, we get the Page of Wands. So the page is oftentimes kind of like a second representation of the Fool card, but the Fool with the Fool with the full knowledge of the major arcana and all of the the minor arcana as well. So up until the pages. So these are really talking about kind of learning adventures, or just venturing out to find the wisdom that you might lack. If it does have to do with a passion that you want to pursue. And I'm feeling like for a lot of people, this might be something about going back to school, or just picking up new and exciting hobbies, learning things that you've always wanted to learn. Maybe you've always wanted to learn Chinese, and now you finally are. On that note, learning Chinese is also very hard. I'm in the middle of doing it, and there are an insane amount of vowel sounds for each vowel. I'm not going to get into it. If you know, you know, but someone is embarking on a new phase in their life where they get to kind of really enjoy the process, where they get to learn the things that they wanted to learn for so long. You have these firm roots now that the tower has come down, now that justice has been served, Sauron has been destroyed, or your version of Sauron has been destroyed. You're able to actually move forward in life. We have the Knight of Wands. I believe this is Tom Bombadil. I'm not gonna go into Lord of the Rings. Sorry, I can go on a whole spiel. But the Knight of Wands, this is a very kind of unsteady energy. The horse in the normal Rider-Waite deck is like he's kicking and stirring up, and he'll run out of energy pretty soon. But for the moment, he is just gung-ho, very excitable. This feels like something very exciting now in someone's life, that they're finally going on this new adventure. And after learning the knowledge that you need to learn, I'm noticing a lot of the blue in this card, and it's bringing me to the throat chakra. It could be that someone's meant to teach, or like talk to people for a living, or maybe they're meant to share this newfound wisdom with the rest of the world, or with, you know, a select few. But something is coming in, and it's coming in like I'm sorry, I want to quote Miley Cyrus. It's coming in like a wrecking ball. Okay, so let me get another card. And this is all because of the judgment that... How do I want to explain this? Judgment's an interesting card. It can go a lot of different ways. In the normal deck, I'm not even going to try to say it again. But in the normal deck, they have, or there's this angel that's come down, and she's blowing her trumpet with the flag of benediction. I think it is the white flag with the red cross on it. It's a very happy moment. The people rising from their coffins, they're all like excited and ecstatic to see judgment and to see it in, you know, in its purest form. They're all happy for the journey that lies ahead, because, well, the journey, it never ends. There's always another one right after the one you just get finished with. It seems like, in this sense, whatever Mount Doom you brought down, it was because of your attitude during all of that. It was justice kind of being fulfilled. And now that you're able to kind of spread your wings and fly, you are one of the people, unlike these orcs in the background in this card, you're one of the people in the normal deck who is happy to see judgment come. It feels like there's a blessing on your way, like with the white flag. And I'm seeing that a lot, especially in this this kind of, I don't think it's meant to be a star, but it really reminds me of the star card. But not only that, there's also part of it that reminds me of the sun card. So we have our hopes and dreams on one hand, and then we have the happiness and success that goes along with fulfilling those things. And your hopes and dreams, they might change over time. A lot of the times we don't still want to be the same thing at the age of 37 that we wanted to be at the age of 5 or whatever. So you might find that this path is far more fulfilling than the one you were previously on, the one where the tower did have to come down. The Ace of Wands. This is a very passionate energy that's coming through. I've been feeling it in my stomach. It's been either like a gnawing or kind of like a butterfly feeling this entire time. And with as many wands we have out on here, we have, I mean, technically 1, 2, 3, 4 wands out of the 8 cards we have on here. Oh my god, I can't count. I might just do another card for the 9th ring. We'll see. Right now, though, we have the Ace of Wands. There's some new passionate beginning. Like I said, all of the learning that seems to be taking place right now, the roots that have been put in, firmly planted into the ground, and the night energy, the energy of something coming in, or maybe a step in your journey having been completed. Maybe like the graduation of something, since I was talking about school up here. The Ace of Wands is really, really speaking to me about that true new beginning. Knowing everything that you know now, you're not stepping out as the fool. You're stepping out as someone who has had the experiences that they need to have to know exactly what they want to do, to know exactly what they want, and to know how to allow the universe to let them grow. It seems like, okay, so going off on a little tangent, we have a white lily. So we're talking about purity in its purest form. But we have something growing in a very hostile condition, like living condition. We have rocks and more rocks and not much fertile soil. Fertile soil. But this tree is still able to blossom. Or I guess this plant. This lilies aren't trees. Anyway. You're still able to let whatever blossom after all of the, I feel like all of the pain that you've had to deal with in your life, all of the negative experiences, just all of the everything. Let's see. And this is the time where you're stepping out on your own. We have the Judge. So it seems like in the past you've had some very negative energies in your life that needed to come down with this Tower. And we also have Judgment and Justice out on the table right now. It feels like you've had to wait. You've done a lot of waiting. You've done a lot of soul searching. You've been through a lot of pain. a lot of people preying on you, preying on those hopes and dreams and desires that fill your solar plexus up with that heat of, or that passionate heat, you know. But it's like you've had a bunch of people in your life that have just tried to suck that dry from you. Some people, I guess, call it energy vampires, and it's a very good way to term it, I would say. Down here with these stripes, it's giving me a lot of prison bar vibes, as well as, you know, you have the lovely little skull right here. A lot of judgments towards you have not been very kind, and it's really caused you a lot of pain and caused you to go inward and wonder about yourself, about whether or not they're right, about maybe it's something about, I've gotten this before, I'm too intense. Well, I'm too intense then. I don't know what to tell you. I can't tone it down. I mean, I can, but that's essentially neutering myself, and that doesn't really sound like a fun activity, so I think I'll pass. Anyway, it feels like someone has very much tried to neuter you guys, or the person or people to whom this is for, especially in that, like, the whole, oh, stop, nope, don't go any further with that. I don't want to see that little hand come out. It really feels like you've tried to ask for help, and you've just been like, nope, figure it out yourself. And that's really unfair to you. I feel like this is a very much a past energy, possibly a current energy that you're moving out of. But yeah, the judgments, it feels like they've been very heavy, and they've weighed heavily on you as well. But for whomever needs to hear this, you're an awesome human being, or starseed, or however you want to see yourself. You are a beautiful insert thing here, and you deserve all the love and kindness in the world. And you deserve to have that free of judgment. You deserve to be your authentic self. Just like everybody deserves that right. Oh my goodness. I love how things work out sometimes. In my Lord of the Rings themed reading, we have the ring as our last card. Let me put this up for a second. That didn't make any sense. Okay. Sorry. This one's kind of a difficult one to get out. It's like I'm feeling both the past energy and the future or present energies at the same time. So this might be for someone currently starting this journey, like you're right at your tower moment, or it could be for someone who is now at their Ace of Wands portion of the journey. I think I'm kind of feeling all of it. But the ring is the last card, and I really love this card. We have this structure that is encasing what I see as the universe. I've heard it called a bunch of different things. It is an actual constellation, but it's very clear. It's unmuddied comparative to the rest of the card. It's like that clear view without the rose-tinged glasses or anything like that. It's something pure and beautiful on the other side. But you see that it's wrapped in both kind of this snakeskin material, I guess, but also in this kind of like diamondy kind of bands of diamonds, I'll say. And it's kind of closing it and cupping it and protecting it. It feels like a lot of, sorry about my watch, a lot of protective energy around this. And I feel that right now, that it's coming out near where I was talking about initially, the card right before this, the boundaries card in the tarot. I'm feeling a lot of boundaries. New boundaries have been made. And whereas I usually see this, well, not usually, but sometimes I can see this as a block to the clearer vision. In this instance, I'm seeing it as kind of like a protective shield around what you know to be right, or what you know to be your truth, or what you want, your desires. I'm saying that a lot because it starts with that root chakra energy, and it's working its way up into the higher chakras the further out you go. Let me grab a couple of runes. I've been trying them out and seeing how they work out. They are actually very intuitive in readings. I quite love them. I'm still learning them though, so I have my phone handy. Okay, cool. So we have Gibo, or Gabo, I'm not sure how to describe it. The gift coming out right, it was like almost right on top of our Six of Swords, our celebration energy. Over the ring, let's see. Ooh, fun. Over the ring, we have the reverse of scarcity. This one is called Nauthus. Nauthus. It means needs. Anyway, it came up reverse. So let me see. Okay, so the reverse is talking about delays and burnouts, and kind of basically it's wondering, it's asking yourself, where am I putting my energy? There might be some people out there who might still be putting their energy into maybe guarding a little too much, is what I'm now hearing. So while boundaries are definitely a good thing, we don't want to go way overboard with them. It's something that, oh, okay, so now that I'm looking at this card again, with the rune, there's a part of that protection that you're giving, that open view. There might be a bit that you're smothering a little bit. You don't want to hold something so close that you can't let it grow and blossom and do its own thing. And it might be that some people are maybe doing that a little too much. Maybe clutching onto it a little too tightly. And it might be that a reassessment of boundaries and where the proper places to put those boundaries would be a good thing. Or, well, it might help you out in the future. Let's see. Okay. So over on this side, we have, I love calling this guy's Thor's hammer. It's technically its nickname. But Thurazaz is also talking about, while it's talking about being divinely protected, or being maybe not divinely, but just being protected during all the ick part of the cycle. Um, it's representing those challenges and conflicts and everything else that you had to go through with like the Tower and the Judgment cards. But it's striking me a lot like Thor's hammer, the more protective side of things. And then to kind of make things a little, we're 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 it seems like we're switching IPs here. We're going into Soilo. So this is like it looks like a lightning bolt, which, like I said, is kind of amusing when we have Thor's hammer with the lightning bolt. But Suilo is basically the sun card. It's talking about, and it came out right next to the one that I said reminded me of both the star and the sun card. But this is a brand new beginning for you. I mean, this thing is coming out right in the middle of your Queen of Rings, Knight of Wands, Judgment, and Ace of Wands. And we're talking about, like, basically the Six of Wands energy as well. You know, you have your achievements, your victories over this kind of yuck energy over here. But not only that, there's good fortune and even maybe some illumination going on. It might not be in the sense that you're trying to open your third eye and you've achieved that. This could also be a very tangible life issue and having nothing to do with enlightenment, or this could absolutely have to do with that. But regardless, I love that this came out right in between all of these really positive cards. It's really telling me that you have something very, very amazing to look forward to. Your life, if it hasn't changed yet, it's about to shift into a very positive energy. An energy that's going to really fulfill you and make you whole. Because I feel like part of this entire journey was for someone to become whole again and be able to get back in touch with their heart and the ways that you love other people. This was a really amazing reading. I hope it helps whomever it's for. And if you found this entertaining and wouldn't mind giving a girl a like and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much. And I hope to see you again next time. Bye.